Yeah, I'm here with Jeff Sutherland, our real estate agent broker, Sherman Weeks, our property manager. We're at Sherman's Crest Premier Properties place, very nice place. And we want to say a few words about the Roca property. We had made a bid on it, we had lost. We got some information back, so I'm just going to let Jeff sort of finish that whole story.
Yeah, we went into a home that needed some work. A lot of the fascia on the roof was dry rotted out. The backyard really didn't have any work done to it. The carpet needed replaced. A lot of the lighting needed to be replaced in the house. The house needed some work. It needed to be painted as well, we thought. So the house was listed at $182. And I tell you, this kind of reminds me of when I was selling real estate back in 2003 to 2005. It is just like it. We went in there and I was like, okay, so I think this is going to go for full price just because of what's happening in the marketplace right now. But Jim and Michelle decided to do an offer that was lower because it did need a lot of work. You know, what the heck, it doesn't hurt trying if they can get a great deal. So we went in at 140 and it was listed for 182. And this was a bank-owned, real estate-owned property. So typically with bank-owned property, you go into a portal and you make an offer, and then the bank typically comes back, especially if there's multiple bids, which there were. I found out there was about 3 other bids at the time. So the bank came back to us and counter-offered and said, we need your highest and best use, your highest and best offer by this date. So we did come back and we gave the same offer because there still needed to be a lot of work to be done. And let's face it, there's a lot of homes out there, right? One deal, there's no reason to overextend yourself because if this one doesn't work, one thing I appreciate about Jim is he's not emotionally attached to any property, and that's a smart place to be as an investor. Yeah, so if you're going to get a deal, you might as well see if you can get a great offer and so we did. We came in with the exact same offer, and we didn't get the property. And then Jim kept on telling me a couple of times afterwards, let's check in on the Roca property, and I did, and that was about a week ago, and that originally was listed for $182, and it got sold for $200,500. I mean, that was unbelievable, like almost $18,000, $19,000 over list price with a lot of work. It was an interesting story.
Yeah, and so we're glad we didn't get it actually.
Yeah, you would have been into it for $230,
yeah,
$240.
Yeah, but we are, as Jeff said, we all remember 2008. Before 2008, when the market was so super hot, people would just make ridiculous offers, and hopefully we're not in that kind of market. I don't know what you guys think. I don't think we're quite that crazy yet.
We're getting there, but we're not there. We're
a little more crazy, a little more time.
Yeah, I think the appraisers and the lenders are helping this time, and I think that people are still remembering what happened. And I think right now what's happening in Arizona is it's a supply and demand issue. When we had the Great Recession back in 06 to heck 2012, it lasted a long time. Yeah. There was no building going on. The new home builders weren't building. A lot of the labor went to California and elsewhere. So we have this low inventory situation in Phoenix. Plus, as I've said before, we're very affordable compared to other Southwest cities still. So it's still a very favorable place to live, and it's all about jobs, and jobs continue to come here. So I could go on and on about the economy, but that's why I still think it's a great place to buy a house.
One good thing is that you did not extend yourself for this property, because if you're going to be in this property for $230,000, what are you going to rent it for? Where do you get the rent in that area? Right. All those things you have to factor in when you look at purchasing this, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Right.
Kind of overextend yourself because, as Jeff said, there are other properties out there, and there are people out there who are willing to sell properties for a decent deal. So
and that plays into the current situation with Levine, right? If we get the deal you want, if we choose to move forward, it goes from a break-even situation to positive cash flow, like that.
Yeah.